just going back to this match here, Inferno looked really good towards the middle and late ends of the match, Jaegers. And the Dragons, they really did suffocate them at first, but offense is not always the best defense, as we all know. And Inferno take game one.
Yeah, and it looks like we were having a bit of stream issues. We're gonna see what's going on. Are we good to go, Jarhead? I just want to make sure we got it up and running. All right, perfect. Thank you so much. And if you missed it, Inferno took that first game 4-2. Dragons opened up the scoring. Then Inferno got four back to back to back to back. And then Dragons got another one towards the end to get a little goal back. But Inferno going to take game one here.
Yeah, like we were saying previously, Inferno really started to turn up the heat a little bit towards the middle and late ends of the match. Now let's see if the Dragons can maintain the pressure like they did in the first 30 seconds to a minute in that first game. And if they keep going with that, I think they'll take this game too.
Yeah, no, I mean Dragons played really well to start off. Then they kind of teetered off a little bit. But that first minute and a half, they looked like the better team, and until the Inferno answered back, and then it seemed like the Dragons just kind of went inside their own shell. Muck's gonna get a double tap attempt. Vulcan got hit top right corner. But again and again, the scoring woes from the Dragons, not able to find the accuracy, not able to find the back of the net, and Kratos with possession gonna take the ball out of his half.
Dragons really, like you said, need to find some sort of accuracy with their shots. Maybe, open up a lane with a demo. I know that I've seen one earlier here in game two, but if you really start to open it
Oh,
up
what a
or
pass!
get an infield pass like that, then you'll have a better opportunity to score.
Yeah, no, I mean demos, especially at the higher levels of the game, messes up their rotations where everything is so fast that they need their rotation to be perfect. And if you get one demo, it messes the whole rhythm up and it could cause a team to go haywire. See another demo there as Bluey gonna try and get out of his half, gonna get a nice little touch off the wall down to Mux, but Vulcan electing to play it safe here. Gonna get tapped off the wall. Mux instead intercepts it, and the Inferno going to clear it away. And what can Dragons do here besides scoring more? Dan, what do you think?
I feel like their defense is honestly a little bit shaky right now, but I mean, hey, if you can score, you don't need defense if you're on the other side of the field, Jaegers.
And Dan, I feel like you might be their good luck charm. Every time I pass to you, it seems like the Dragons are scoring or anyone's scoring really. Really exciting stuff as Dragons once again open the scoring. But last time this happened, Inferno scored within 10 seconds. Let's see if the Dragons can kind of break that mold here and keep this Inferno team scoreless.
It's just crazy to think how this Rocket League is just so on and off with offense, defense, and just it's a momentum game. And to see here
Oh,
a demo coming out, I feel like as soon as I said demos, they just started raining down, and Dragons take a 2-0 lead, Jaegers.
and oh my goodness, I thought Mux muffed it. Like, again, off the crossbar, but he was able to read it, able to put his team up 2-0. And I mean,
Man,
this is looking like a completely different Dragons team than we saw in the last game. It looks like what they looked like in the first minute, but they're continuing their dominance. And right now, Inferno doesn't have an answer to them.
oh, you're
Aurora.
past. Sorry, Jaegers, but I thought you were gonna pass it to me. I was gonna say there's another scoring opportunity gonna happen.
Uh, all good. Mew hits off the wall. Bluey does well to get away. We had a triple commit there. Bluey's off the sidewall. Could be extremely dangerous. Bluey gets a wave dash, but Vulcan gonna hit it across the crossbar. Muck's gonna try and shoot it. Met by two defenders. Vulcan hits it off the sidewall. Goes for another touch off the ceiling. The ball goes by. Kratos gonna
Oh,
try and get it out, but Bluey is there instead and puts it in the back of the net.
Vulcan with a fake Bluey trying to slot it on the bottom left-hand corner of the net. And unfortunate for Kratos as he could not get the complete save and the ball was just sitting on the goal line. And Dragons really starting to look like the first minute 30-ish from game one, and they're just suffocating Inferno at this point.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what's difference between this game one and this game two. It kind of looks like this Dragons team woke back up. They walked in with a swagger, got interrupted by Inferno, and I mean they're just picking up where they left off. Inferno right now reeling, still plenty of time left, 2 minutes, but I mean 3 goals, especially in the Titan League, where goals don't come too often, might be a heavy ask. Bluey gonna intercept the ball, passes it mid. No one there, unfortunately. Vulcan elects to rotate back. Aurora gonna put it on target, but Vulcan is able to save it. Gets it past one. Tries to get past a second. Not enough. Boost his name. Pass it mid. Bluey goes for the double. Pass it mid. And Mux is there to put in the back of the net.
Man, that was just such a beautiful play, just set up by Vulcan. Vulcan passes the Bluey, and Mux finishes off with the open net there, and all three Dragons touch that ball, Jaegers, and that's how you make an opportunity turn into a goal.
Absolutely. Full team passing play. There isn't anything much more beautiful. Muck's going to take possession, met up by Aurora. Bluey has time here. Exhale off the sidewall. Aurora going to take a shot. Vulcan with the savior, going to get it away. Vulcan passes it mid, interrupted by Aura. Kratos has time, has the air dribble, gets 50'd out by Bluey. Uh, and I mean, this with this performance in game number two, Dan, I'm really excited to see what game three has to offer. Which tail will it be? Will it be the Dragon scoring or the Inferno scoring? Or maybe, just maybe, we'll switch it up, have a 1-0 game. Anything can happen,
Oh
but
man.
Vulcan's got to put another one in. And I mean, that's all but it.
Yeah, Dragons at this point are just gonna pack it up on game two. Just play booms at this point. Time up 5-0. But Dragons are really looking like the very dominant team here in game two, especially on the offensive side. They're doing pretty good on defense, but the offensive side just looks like they're suffocating them so much that Inferno can't do anything.
It's not like Inferno isn't getting shots, because right now the Dragons have 7 saves. But I mean, it's just a dominating performance by this Dragons team. Bluey gets it by one. That's gonna be goal number 6 if he can get it around. He can't get it around past it mid. Kratos is there just in time, and with this 9 seconds left, I mean, if you're Inferno, you need to start talking about what you can do. Like, can you start bumping third man, trying to get past the defense? Because right now they're just taking shots, and I mean, this Dragons defense is just performing too well, and it looks like we might have uh, a substitution by Inferno, or maybe just a card change. Who knows?
Yeah, Titans and mostly everybody in Rocket League, that card change is always a mental reset for you. But if you really look at the Dragons, their offense was outstanding, and I mean, you talked about their defense as well. They did really good on the defensive side of things, ending up with 7 saves, Jaegers, and that's pretty good, especially in the Titan League.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and it's not like Inferno wasn't shooting. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Aura had 5 shots. I believe Kratos had 4 himself. So it's not like that. That's 2 shots that were off target. Everything else was accurate. Everything else was on target. So if I'm Inferno, I do wonder if they're going to start with the demos, try and clear out that back line and open up some scoring lanes, because right now this Dragons defense is playing too well. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think demos are a big part. I mean, you seen how I said earlier, like when game two just started, demos were going to open opportunities up. Dragons started doing that, and that's when they started scoring. So Inferno had a game to play with, after taking game one. So let's see how they adjust here for game three.
And Mux going elect to pop up the ball, takes his time with it, and Inferno does well to hit it away. And it does seem like Inferno are just clearing the ball a bit too much, not taking as much possession as they should. Kratos going to get a good 50 there. Takes a shot, but Vulcan hits it away. Mux going to get a nice clear forward to Vulcan, who doesn't look like he has enough boost, and Inferno defense able to get away. Mux almost 50s it into the back of the net, but I mean, just Inferno playing well on defense, keeping the ball outside the back of the net. Bluey gonna pass it, takes possession himself, picks up the corner, gets past one, goes off the ceiling. Looks like he's gonna pass it mid and 50s his own teammate in the process.
Dragons once again starting to suffocate Inferno as we see a nice pass from Mux. And Dragons on the board once again to start here in game 3.
Yeah, Bluey with a nice pass, gonna what that was an interesting play. It looked like Bluey was going for the pass. Mux may have hit it off the crossbar if it weren't for Bluey being right there to slam the ball back down. And right now, Dan, I mean the Dragons, if I'm not mistaken, are on a 7-0 scoring run spanning back to game number 1. And Inferno just needs to get their offense together.
If we can see Inferno, if we see them once again start to really just take their time with the touches, because, me and you both said it. They're just playing boom ball, just trying to clear the ball. But if they take their time in possessions, I think that's when they'll actually get even more opportunities to score. And I think scoring for the Inferno team right now is a dime a dozen, especially because they haven't hit the board last game and so far here in game 3.
Absolutely. Bluey gonna take possession, goes off the corner. Kratos 50s him. Aura up in the air. Mux hits it off the sidewall. Doesn't get another touch, however. Aura gonna pass it down to Kratos. Kratos booms it away. Vulcan hits it back towards Inferno's side. Mute takes possession, pass it down to Aura. And Bluey takes the air dribble here. Goes off the sidewall. 50s Kratos out the way. Mux is in the air. He goes for the double tap, but the ball bounces dangerously away. Aura gonna pass it to Kratos. Kratos goes for the air dribble, but Vulcan hits it away. And with 2 minutes left, I mean, if you're Inferno, you need to get back into this game. You need to find a goal. Like, what can they do? How do you stop this Dragons offense? Because, I mean, right now this Dragon team's just outplaying Inferno.
Like I said, just take your time and just try to save a nice shot from Bluey. And Dragons just starting to fly away with this game 3. But it's not over yet. There's still 2 minutes to go, Jaegers. And if I really want to pick somebody out on Inferno to try to do something, it's Mew. I haven't really seen him much during the series. And, I mean, I feel like if he starts clicking, I think this Inferno team is really going to start clicking and possibly get more offense going.
Most definitely, but I mean, right now they need to get out of their half. Aura hits it away, but Mux 50s him. Bluey has time, takes possession, dodges the demo by Kratos. He still has 40 boost in the air, goes for the flip reset, goes under 1, but Aura hits it away. Vulcan takes a shot, bounces nicely to Kratos. Aura gonna pass it to Mew. Mew hits it across the board, but Bluey is there to save it away. Gets this idle double tap. And Aura gonna be able to 50 Mux, get it out the way. Vulcan gonna pass it to Mux, who instead goes off the sidewall. Kratos hits off the sidewall. Mux passes it mid. Bluey gets possession, pops over 150s another, still has possession, not enough boost, and he's just gonna elect to take the shot. Oh, Vulcan off the double tap, and he puts in the back of the net for the 3-0 lead.
I just feel like Inferno's not guarding the backboard at all. I feel like Dragons are just keep killing the backboard. That's leading to all these double taps, flip resets, and everything else. And Inferno is not looking hot right now, Jaegers. Not at all.
Not at all, Dan. That is a 9-0 scoring run by the Dragons. They've just been on an absolute tear. And right now, Inferno doesn't have an answer. Kratos goes to the double tap, but Vulcan able to take possession, fakes the Musty, or takes possession, 50s Bluey. He's all alone, however. Mux just gonna take his time, goes for the half flip. Or got put shot on target, but Vulcan hits it away. Shot not quite hard enough. Vulcan gonna hit past 1, hit past 2, in prime position to pass it mid. Mux takes possession off the corner, passes it mid, but Mew is there instead. Vulcan already up in the air, however, and Mew gonna try and take a shot, but isn't able to find the touch he needs. And with 17 seconds left, I mean it's red alert time for Inferno. They need to figure out something. They need to figure it out quick, or else they're in danger of getting gentlemen swept right now, Dan.
At this point, if you're Inferno, I understand you still have another game until elimination and 2 games to even win the series. But I think it's time to start selling out a little bit more on the offensive side and just trying to make something happen. They're getting suffocated so much that even when they have good or decent offensive opportunities, they're just getting stopped by the Dragons' defense. So, truthfully, sell out. Go for more balls. Do more unexpected things. Because if you start doing that, it'll be harder to read you. And the Dragons won't be used to it because it's a different playstyle than what you guys been doing.
Absolutely. I mean, they need to figure something out because right now Dragons are on 9-0 scoring run in the past 3 games, and I mean they just need to focus on getting the next goal. If they get the next goal, I think they should be fine. But I mean, until then, until they figure it out, they just need to find the back of the net because right now the Dragons are just having their way with them.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like an avalanche. If that little, you know, like the snowball starts to tumble, then it will just be, like a domino effect. It'll just more and more will come. I feel like once they get past this barrier of their first goal that they need to score, I feel like more will come to follow, Jaegers.
Absolutely. I mean, the journey of 1,000 miles takes one step, and that first step is just getting a goal. This Inferno roster needs to get a goal and do whatever they can to get it. Kratos gets the 50 on the kickoff. Aura gets past one, however. Bluey going to collect it. Mew gonna 50 it. Go up the sidewall. Look for the pass mid. Not strong touch, however. And Vulcan's going to collect. Vulcan with
Oh
the
man,
50 and clearing the way for Bluey. And Bluey, all he had to do was put it on target. And 18 seconds into game 4, the Dragons take the lead.
Vulcan said, "I got you, Bluey. The cavalry's coming." Gets the demo, clears the way, and Dragons soaring high in game 4.
Oh
Immediately,
my goodness.
immediately they're soaring high with 2 goals in 21 seconds, Jaegers. At this point, I think Inferno's mental starting to get way out of it because they can't score. They're getting frustrated. And Dragons, I just feel like if they just play their game and not even push much, they'll take this game and also the series.
Yeah, no. If I'm being completely honest, Dan,
Oh man.
I think Inferno went mental boon in game 3, and it's all coming into culmination. 3 goals in less than 30 seconds. That is not how you want to start game 4. And Inferno needs to figure something out right now. They need to find a way to steal a goal because they are reeling. This Dragons team is just popping off right now. And I mean, honestly, at the start, it's just unlucky plays, an unlucky kickoff. But I mean, there's still plenty of time. But I mean, Inferno just needs a goal in the next 30 seconds, or else I think their mental will just be completely shot if it isn't already.
I think their mental was shot, Jaegers, but that doesn't mean they're gonna give up. Mentally, they may not be there, but I think they're still gonna just try to play Rocket League. It's game after all. But on the Dragons' point of view, why stop now? There's still a whole game to be played, and that's another thing you say about Inferno. You still got 4 minutes in this game. It is nowhere close from being over yet, Jaegers.
Yeah, I mean, 3 minutes left. Mux clears it away. Kratos takes possession, tries to get past Vulcan, but isn't able to. Mew 50s Vulcan. Bluey pops it up. Aurora meets it. Bluey gets another 50. Pre-flips, get in the way of that ball, and Kratos just going to hit it back to his teammate Mew. Bluey going to meet him in the air, however. And I mean, this Dragons team, they just need to really park the bus if they want to win this one. They don't really need to do much. They just need to keep this Inferno team scoreless. And if you're Inferno, I mean, just have fun with it. Try some things you wouldn't normally try. It's only week one, game one, still a very long season ahead of you. But I mean, show off your mechanics. You're on stream. Just figure something out because right now this Dragons team is not going to get scored on the conventional way.
Well, luckily for Inferno, a good side of this is, like we said, match one, week one. And I mean, they don't have to see this team again until possibly the plans or the playoffs.
Oh,
But
Bluey.
oh man, at this point, I think the Dragons are just starting to freestyle a little bit on Inferno, which is not very nice. But I mean, hey, if you can do it and still win, why not, right? But if you're Inferno, at this point, sell out. Do whatever you need to do. Sacrifice your car, sell your house, do whatever. Just try to get at least the goal to have some sort of mental mind state. Yeah, I said mind state, all right, Jaegers. And just try to get something going, not necessarily for this series, but just for your season. This is, the bar. Game one. Do something about it.
Hmm. Yeah, no, honestly, if I'm the Dragons, I mean, why not freestyle? If they're gonna if they want you to freestyle, then they could stop you. They could play defense. But I mean, right now, this Inferno team just letting the Dragons have their way. Not a lot of inspiration when it comes to the offense. Uh, and this bit, excuse me, Inferno team does have a lot of potential to it, as shown in that game one. It's just they let the series get away from them, and that happens. This is a new team, probably haven't played too much together before. It's a long season. I mean, week one isn't where you should be worried about a loss. Later on the season, maybe they're gonna get a chance to score here, however, but
Oh.
Vulcan gonna hit it away. Mew gonna pass it mid. Aurora goes up the sidewall, passes it towards the middle. Kratos is up, goes for the double tap, and Bluey is going to be able to collect it. However, I am seeing a bit more aggression from this Furno team. Aurora pass it back to the mid. Mux does well to hit it out the way, however, leaves it for Bluey, who goes down the side. Aurora just going to collect, gets it past one, going to get demoed for his efforts. And Mux just going to take possession, goes off the ceiling, and Kratos going to hit it away. 40 seconds left. I believe this game's all but said and done. Bluey goes for the flip reset, isn't able to get it in, however. And I mean, Dan, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I want to say that Inferno definitely did show up, a part of the series. They did still take a game, and that's nothing to be, messed with, even in Titan League. If you're good enough to beat the best, you could play as the best. But I mean, the Dragons, they're just packing it in. But Inferno, they just, it's just a goose egg again, and it sucks for your mental. Oh wait, yes, Inferno finally gets one on the board, Jaegers. After I believe it was a 13-0 run since the game one, they finally score 5 seconds left here in game four. And I mean, hey, if that goal means anything, use it as a mental reset and use it for next series.
Yeah, I mean, we know this Inferno team can play with the best of them. They can beat the Dragons. It just so happened this game didn't go their way, and I mean it's a long season. Anything can happen, but I mean week one the Dragons um, just popped off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to, like we said, score here in Titan, but they defended off a long period of time. I want to say a good 14 maybe minutes. I don't know the exact time on it, but without giving up a goal. Period. Not even just a crappy goal, just a goal. Period.
Yeah.
So if you're the Dragons, use that push with that going on. Not necessarily just the next match, but for the rest of the season. But Inferno, you don't need to go to the drawing board yet, but just reset. It's only game one.
Yeah, if you're Inferno, take this as a learning moment, see what you can improve, and I mean, show up back again, game number two on Wednesday, where we'll be back. I believe it's 8 o'clock sharp Wednesday night. Be there, be square.
Where, yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content that we had for you guys and all the matches. And make sure you guys go follow us here on Twitch. Use your Twitch Prime sub or any social media platform that we have. Make sure you guys go follow, like, whatever. Jaegers, thank you for being my play-by-play. Not necessarily mine, but we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, always a pleasure, Dan. And y'all have a great night. Thank y'all.